Hi guys, it's April and I'm starting a few minutes early, so hopefully that won't cause too much trouble. But, you know, sometimes I can't help myself. It happens. That's not what I want to do. We want to tweet this out for everybody. Hi Elizabeth. I'm just taking a second to tweet so that we can get our usual people. Perfect. And I know last stream I talked about letting you guys decide if we were going to do crystals or we were going to do cats. Well, I decided we're going to do cats because I'm in the mood for cats. Gonna open up the live chat. Whew. Don't know why I'm suddenly out of breath. It has been a really weird weekend. Because we got hit by a blizzard yesterday, and so we have been homebound all weekend. Not that I'm complaining. Okay, so this is, I don't think Baylee J even really titled this, but this is one of Baylee J's coloring sheets that she just recently did for Valentine's Day. She painted it with chocolate. I am not going to be doing that because that seems a little bit tedious and extremely ridiculous. But I figured I'd print it off and color it. Over here I have my wedding topper. So I was going to use it for inspiration for the color scheme of what this is. So that's that. It's adorable. I love it. But other than that, no, I really don't got much to say. So I guess we can just start coloring as I make everything roll down off my desk. Okay. Get these out of the way just in case we start to bleed through. I don't think we are going to because this is pretty hefty cardstock. The cardstock that I am using today, let's see if I can get the information about it. This is the cardstock. It's just some basic cardstock that I found at Target. That is all the beautiful information. I haven't used it before for coloring. This is going to be a first for me. It could be good, could be bad. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, so the real question is, do we want to color him first or her first? I think I might want to start with her, simply because she's the lighter of the two. And so if it goes all horribly wrong, it'll be that much easier to fix. Not much, but just a little tiny bit. So for her, I have W3, if it'll, there we go. W3, and then W2. And I bet you can guess what the last one is. W0. So I'm putting her in the warm gray tones. And I think I'm just going to, I'm going to do this opposite of what I normally do. I normally put a base coat down of all my light colors. And then I slowly use the darker colors. But I think this time around, I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to start with the dark colors. And then I'm going to slowly come out from there. And then if it drives me nuts too much, I will switch tactics and do it the way I normally do it. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna do this whole thing in Copics, but who knows? I might break out the polys. We will find out. It's gonna be a little rough for just a touch. Go back and darken this part just a little bit. I think I want to put a little bit of a shadow here. And around here. I get a feeling it's just going to be a lot of going back and forth and building this up. Because, I mean, I don't want to make her too dark and then she's not that nice, almost soft white at some points. Because it would just kind of defeat the purpose a little bit. Just going to give it a little bit of dimension. So far, I am liking this cardstock. I'm going to try and pull that in a little bit. I want to keep a little bit of light around the edge. So some kind of like that. And we have a tail. So how is everybody's weekend going? Who else has been trapped by snow? The boys are not terribly thrilled by the weather right now. Oh yeah, we have a ton of wind as well. That is the big thing right now for us as well. Going a little bit out right now, but I will fix it. It'll be good, I promise. We actually had to cancel my friend's bridal shower yesterday because of the weather and how bad it was. No, it doesn't look too smooth right now, but trust me, I will smooth it out and it'll be perfect. No pun intended. It's just sometimes I get a little nervous in some of these larger areas. Getting the blend just right. Real question is, will I have any W0 left by the end of this? I do have a W00. If we get too close to running out on this one. But I'm hoping it won't come to that. I'm not entirely sure I have a refill for this one. I might. I should look. Hey, Shay. Hey, May. Oh, thank you. You are so sweet, May. Oh, Shay's being a rebel. I completely understand. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take to color this. I'm gonna laugh as, oh man, I got a piece of hair on this Copic. It takes longer than I expected because I'm like, oh, this is a cute, sweet little picture. I can do this quickly, right? Yeah, about that. We are about to find out, aren't we? But like I said, this picture was too cute and I couldn't say no to it. Looks like I gave her a mustache. I promise I will fix it. She's not gonna have a mustache for very long. Let's see. Probably should have gotten some darken under there too, because there'd be a little bit of a shadow. Not much, because there might be a little bit more to the depth, but we're gonna go with what we see. Try and pull some of this down. Trying to do short flicking motions. Whoops, got it into the guy. That's okay, he's a little darker. It'll blend out. No, she really looks like she's got a mustache. Oh, I'm horrible. Let me get a little bit of a line. Now for our light color. Kind of start to blend that line in. And once I get all of this down, I'll come back with our dark gray. Actually, Shay, I'm basing this picture off of Jeff and my our wedding topper. So we're gonna have this cute little warm gray kitty and a cute little neutral tone kitty. Oh, I'm sorry, Robin, but I'm glad you'll be lurking. Glad you can make it. Yeah, no, that was that wedding topper was literally the first thing I bought for our wedding. Because it was something that I had been eyeballing for ages and ages. It was from an Etsy seller. It's custom made. And it was just too perfect. Part of me wonders if I should give that a little bit. And we'll blend that. I'm very much glad that the printer ink is not bleeding into the Copics right now. So I think I might do this more often because I'm liking the fact that I don't have to worry about ruining whatever is behind. And the fact if I wanted to redo this picture, I'd totally do that. So, and hi to everybody that I have missed coming in. I need to pull it down, don't I? I'm going off stream. I think I need to add a little bit of shadow up there. Because I'm thinking about this, keeping this more of a, because I mean, it's drawn in a cartoony style. So I think I want to stay true to that. But I think I want to darken up some of these areas a little bit. Add to the depth. Please tell me I'm on stream. I'm not. Oh my gosh. I am so bad at this game, guys. Let's dark back in here. Probably a little bit back into the shadows there. There we go. It'll be interesting to flip this page over. See how much I'm bleeding through to the other side. Because I am kind of layering this pretty thickly. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just curious, because like I said, this is the first time I've used this cardstock. So I'm not entirely sure how all of this is going to play together. It's so adorable. This is from Baylee J's website. She's got it at the bottom of, so it's just bayleej.com. This is just something she created for Valentine's Day. She colored it with chocolate, but I don't necessarily have the skill level for that. So we're just gonna color it with Copic. And I thought it'd be something cute to do for February. And something a little bit different than crystals. I might be a little tired of crystals right now. But I promise we'll be back in crystals next stream. Right, May? I thought it was adorable. Okay. So for this little boy kitty, I have, let's see if it'll focus and if I can get them right side up. I have N3, N5, and N7. So we're making him a neutral color. Or a neutral gray, not necessarily a neutral color. I mean, it's a neutral color, but it's a gray. Okay, and we're just gonna do the same exact thing we did for her. But, oh man, I just splattered everywhere when I opened that cap, didn't I? Whoops. Okay, I think I'm going to do the same thing I did and get a feel for it a little bit by starting with the tail and then working my way out. Because like I said, this one, I'm a little more nervous about this one because if I'm not careful, he can get really dark really fast. And I don't necessarily want that. Uh-oh, the hellhounds are on the move. Hi, baby boy. Ooh, it's gillyweed. Not the pupper I was expecting. See, and this one's gonna be a little more fun to try and blend out because it's not as light, so if I don't get the base down as smooth, you are definitely going to be able to tell. So like I said, you can already see streaks, and that is exactly what I don't want. So we're gonna have some fun trying to figure out how we can lay the marker down without getting those streaks. Oh, thank you. It's kind of what I was going for. That's what Copics are really good at, sort of emulating that painterly look, which is why I always really like using the brush nib. Okay, I mean, that's not horrible. I'm not finished yet. We're gonna go around and we're gonna, like we did on her, add a little bit of that. Did he just fall off the couch?
That's what it sounds like.
Because you closed the bedroom door, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, so Albus is upstairs. And now coming downstairs because I think he startled himself by falling off the couch. Hi, baby boys. The hellhounds are now in the room. I think Gillyweed wants to play. Might get a little loud.
They smell my chocolate.
And your hot cocoa. Yeah, the hellhounds are a little no, I think they're getting a little stir crazy from being housebound. I mean, they get really excited to go outside, and then as soon as they realize what outside is, that drastically changes. Okay, and so I have gone out of the lines a little bit, but I'll fix that. Smooth that out a little bit more. And then I will take this, I will boom, 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 try to smooth this out. Like I said, if you're not careful, you can easily make it really, really dark, really, really fast. I'm going to get my colorless blender out real quick and clean up this edge just a smidge. There we go. Ta-da! Got a little bit in the heart, didn't we? Let's pull that out, because that's going to be pink, and we don't want that gray mixing in. The flowers and the hearts I'm going to do in my beloved fuchsia color. So, I mean, it's literally going to emulate this. So we got these flowers that are nice and pink, and I think I'm going to do the hearts pink too. And then I think I'm going to do the background, the colors of this kitty's eyeballs, that very pretty blue. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Okay. Now for the big part of the cat. Okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's just, I don't want to overwork it. You know what I mean? Oh, I was gonna flip the paper over and see how we're doing bleed-wise. Suppose I could still do that. That's not too bad. I'm not even getting the paper. My stream chimes are still at the same time. I'm still streaming at 11 Central. Yeah, I haven't been streaming for very long, just about a half hour or so. So my normal time. It's totally possible that the notifications are being a butt. Okay, we'll kind of leave that there for just a second. We'll come back to that. I don't know why this really dark gray makes me so nervous, but it makes me so nervous. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out why things are so disjointed sometimes with the YouTube notification system. Because I think they're doing some kind of regulation where they don't want to like over notify you. So in certain instances, they won't notify you because you've gotten so many notifications in like so many hours or something like that, which is kind of silly because if you requested those notifications, wouldn't you be okay with getting pinged with that many notifications? I don't know. Because the second we understand how YouTube is doing its thing, I guarantee you that is the second that YouTube will change its thing. Oh, I don't mean to do that right in your guys' ear. I apologize. You just find the most interesting reads, Shay. I won't lie. Right, yeah, no, that's exactly it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm fairly capable of curating my own feeds. I don't need you curating for me. Because if there's something I set up notifications for, I literally want notifications for it. But if I didn't, then please do not suggest or give me a, hey, you haven't checked out this person for a really long time, why don't you go check them out, kind of, this is what they're doing with their life. I'm like, there's probably a reason. I haven't been checking them out that often, so it's good. It's fine. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Trying to get a smooth color base down. This is usually why I do smaller areas. It's coloring huge, great big areas like this. The perfectionist in me starts to come out, and I'm like, I can see the strokes. I must not see the strokes. Hence why sometimes things get a little bit overworked, and I got a little bit of, oops, that's a chisel. I got a little bit of gray on her. Let me kind of blend that out. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna give him a mustache for a little while too. But after we get the Kit Kats done, I think it's gonna be smooth sailing, at least until I get to the background. And then all bets are off again. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna continue that just a little bit. Real question is, maybe I'll do those in some of the softer gray. I don't necessarily need the dark gray all the way around the face to give it depth. Because let's be honest, the N7 and the N5, there's not a huge leap between the two. So I'll leave a little around the edge so the lighter color can get in there. And then we're gonna pull this down a little bit. Looks a little spazzy right now. But I promise, it'll work out. These are all things I always constantly tell myself as I'm coloring. It's okay. It's okay. Because every single picture goes through that really, really ugly stage. I'm thinking about doing a blue for the background. That's my thought, but I might get everything else colored and then decide from there. Let's see. I'm gonna pull this up and around. Guess I didn't necessarily give her a chin, did I? I could technically still go back and do that if I wanted to. I might. Let's see how he turns out first. Okay, let's get some color in there. I know it kind of looks like I'm being a bit of a spaz as I'm coloring this, and I kind of am, but there is a method to my madness. So I'm going where I'm okay, where the color can get built up. And then I'm going to slowly work towards where I want the color to be lighter. So if I do have to like work the lines out and everything, I'll still have spots where I've got some of the lighter notes. And it won't be built up too much. At least that is a little bit of my thought process right now. A little bit of circle method there to bleed that line out a little bit so it's a little less harsh. Oops. Let's see. Okay. Now is the time to start getting brave, I suppose. Fingers crossed. So far, we're doing okay. It's very helpful that this marker is extremely juicy. Oops, I got some in his eyeball. Well, that's not good. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. We got this. So, if you can't tell, I'm not the greatest at staying in the lines, which is fine. Drives me nuts sometimes. Okay. So I got a base coat down. He's still a little sketchy, but we will fix that. Where did I put my blender? Well, fudge on a stick. Oh, there it is. Ha! We're all good. Okay, let me blend that out. There we go. And then we will work on smoothing him out a little bit because he's a little rough. He looks like he's had a harder life. Kind of. There we go. Slowly smoothing him out. And I'll probably come back and create more of a contrast on the areas that now kind of feel like they don't have as much contrast since we've darkened him. Look at that. He's looking so cute. Sorry, that was kind of high-pitched. I blame it on the Oreos that I may or may not have had for breakfast. Probably go around this edge. I haven't decided if I'm just gonna like keep the frame as it is or what. I might. Because I suppose I could blacken it a little bit. I get my Copics from Dick Blick. A lot of times I'll order them online through Dick Blick, but I also Otaku Fuel. I use them sometimes too, especially when Dick Blick has got a certain color out of stock that I want. And their prices are pretty decent as well. He's so cute. Do I want to add a little bit? Trying to make sure that I'm checking to make sure I'm still in frame. Okay. So for the inside of the ears, I think that's what we're gonna do next. Ah, he's adorable. I love him. For the inside of the ears, I've pulled two different colors. Oh man. See, probably should have waited to blend this out because when I turned around, it got more gray in there. That's okay. There we go. And this is why I have the colorless blender. So we can fix all those little spillovers. Ah, they are looking so cute. Okay. I have, for the ears, I have RV42 and E04. So I got my light and my dark. And I'm gonna use the same colors for both of them. And for her nose and tongue. Ooh, that looks very, it's okay. It's gonna calm down. I promise. It's not gonna be nearly that spastic when it finally chills out. When it dries, that's the word I was looking for. I'm like, when it what? What is it gonna do? The marker is going to dry, April. That's how markers work. But yeah, whoo, that was very neon going down. This is why I use my color swatches to make my decision of what colors I want to use. Something kind of like that. And then we'll go over here and do it to her as well. Might blend that down a little bit. See if I can. So it's not a harsh line there. There we go. Okay, so when I get to the pink flowers, I will show you what kind of Copics I use, because I actually don't stick with one kind of Copic. So right now I've got the Chow and the Sketch in my hand. Honestly, most of the time I just buy whatever is cheaper, because then I go and I buy the refill and it makes them all the same. It's just a matter of how much ink is being held in the barrel of the marker. But I do have a few of the original as well that I have modified to have the brush tip on them. And they are actually some of my favorites, because instead of having a brush tip and a chisel tip, it's got a bullet tip and a brush tip because of the modification. Let's see if I can get her little nose. But I can do the flowers next, and I'll show you that. She's just so stinking cute. Yep, I am very glad we decided to do this. Depending on how this turns out, I might hang this up in the animal room. Can't necessarily call it the boys' room anymore, because with Charlotte, there is now a girl in that room. There we go. It looks a little dirty, but that's okay. Yeah, they all have the same ink in them. So it's just the difference between each of the kinds of markers is simply how much ink they can hold. And then with the original, it's the type of tip they have. So here's what I'm talking about. So here, these are what I'm going to be using for the pink flower. And this is all three of the different body types. So I've got the RV19, which is in the Sketch. I have the RV04, which is in the Chow, and then I have the RV09, which is in the original body. Now for the Sketch, we have that standard brush right there, and then we got that chisel right there, which I'm horrible and I never use. And then for the Chow, you have the exact same brush tip and the exact same chisel tip. So literally the only thing difference between these two is the shape of the body of the marker, and then this one will hold more ink in it. But if you have a refill, and honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of how many times you have to refill it and how quickly. But for the original, which has got this square body right here, this holds the most. But traditionally, it'll have a bullet nib on one side, right there. And then normally on this side, it'll have a chisel tip. But you can buy modifications in which you can insert this brush tip, and that's exactly what I've did. It's a little different than the standard brush tip on the Chow and the Sketch, but I find that it works exactly the same because it's made out of the same material, it's just not as long. So I haven't ever had any issues with it, and I really need to clean my markers. But it, like I said, it's all the same ink, so it all blends together just the same, which is why I like it. And why I'm not necessarily picky about which body style I pick up of the Copic. Because let's be honest, I'm mainly buying Copics because of the ink and because of the brush tip and the material that brush is made out of. Okay, so let's start coloring. I believe, okay, let me get this. Okay, so this first pink, I know it looks really, really neon, but I promise it'll tone itself down. Okay. You're very much welcome. And I agree, Shay. She is freaking adorable. Okay, so yes, that is neon. But it kind of mellows out. But these are some of the first pinks that really called my name. And it's always the colors I get the first of whenever I'm getting a new coloring supply. Here we go. Slowly but surely. And then I'm just going to do the center of those flowers in a yellow. I seem to always do the center of flowers yellow. I don't know why. It's kind of what I think about first. I know these are traditionally daisies, but I'm going to color them the same colors. The tip of this marker looks so weird. You see that? It's like a little bit bubbly, the way the ink is sitting in there. Don't know what that means, but I mean, it doesn't seem to be hurting the marker any. Yeah, like it. I think I will do all of the hearts in that color because you guys, I really, really like these colors. That is my hope, Shay, is to watch that stream. I will try to be one of those nice and annoying people in the chat as it's going on. I've got a few things that I still need to get done for the bridal shower that I am hosting that got moved from yesterday to Monday. So I'll probably be doing that, some work for that. But otherwise, I'm gonna put you on the big screen TV and I'm just gonna sit there and heckle you. Because that's what friends do. Okay, maybe not heckle. I will be supportive and show you guys all the love. Then I'm actually really, really interested in what you guys are going to talk about because just by the title alone of that live stream, I'm like, this is going to be interesting. There may be some tea, but no. And then, of course, at 4 Central Time, I will be back on my channel. We will be doing our book club live stream over 96 words for love. And I've got a feeling it's going to be fairly interesting. So if any of you guys have read that. Oh, thank you, Robin. I highly recommend that you come and talk to us in the live stream. It's just going to be on my channel. We're going to be playing around with some new technology, and I'm hoping it's going to work. Otherwise, it's going to be a total disaster. But you only live once, right? See, like I said, so you can tell the difference between this like neon and then this softer pink that it turns into. That's one thing you definitely have to remember about coloring with markers. That you can work yourself up into a tizzy over nothing because it always dries differently. These are definitely some of my favorites to use. I did read 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle this weekend, which, if you do like Agatha Christie style novels, you will probably like this book. It's got more of like a supernatural sci-fi kind of twist to it than the standard murder mystery. And it's very confusing at first. It's one of those books where I was always really interested in it when I was reading it, but the second I put it down, picking it up again was kind of a fight, because I'm like, do I really want to? I mean, do I really care? But now that I finished it and I know where all of it's going, or went, or has gone, tenses are hard. It wasn't a bad read. It's one of those reads that when you're right in the middle of it, you're like, this is the stupidest thing ever. But once you finish, you're like, that was pretty fun. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, it's kind of what went through my head. Blend that out a little better. That looks pretty good. Ooh, I forgot I still need to do his bow tie, don't I? Don't want to forget that. See ya, Shay. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I'll be able to actually cook lunch today, because with the blizzard that decided it needed to take place yesterday, my microwave decided to pee itself and continue to pee itself all night. So we had snow melting through our vents and dripping through the microwave, which is over top of the stove. It wasn't good at all. Somehow I managed to still make tacos, but for the large part of it, I was holding a towel underneath the microwave as I was stirring the taco meat. I know, I totally agree, dog. I totally agree. I just got a groan of agreement from the dogs. Oh, Gilly monsters come down the stairs. I can tell that hop anywhere. Does anybody else's dog go down the stairs like a rabbit rather than like a normal dog? Blend it out. If we need to come back, we'll come back to that. I am dreaming of the t-shirt and shorts weather, but I guarantee you, as soon as it's t-shirt and short weather, I will be wishing it's snow weather again. Hi, baby boy. I'm sorry, I don't have a lap for you to sit on right now. I'm getting the puppy dog eyes, which are really, really hard to say no to, but I literally have no space on my lap. I think I do the Paw Print Heart, the same pink. Because I don't think I want to go too crazy with the color palette of this. And I am liking how vibrant all of the pink is on this page. Real question will be, am I going to be brave enough to actually do the background? It's usually where I start to have heartburn. So I don't think I'm going to pull out any of the polys for this because I'm liking how it's looking without bringing out colored pencils. Let's bring it back more towards the center a little bit. There we go. Might bring the pink back out once these dry a little bit more and I can tell where some of the blending lines sit. See if I need to blend things out just a touch more, or if I'll just leave them where they're at. Oopsie, got a little bit outside. I don't know why I keep putting the blender back, because heaven knows I'm going to be using it repeatedly. How did I get pink in the bow tie? Psh. I'm really good at splattering ink. Oops. There we go. Okay. So let's excuse my reach, because I'm classy like that. So for the bow tie, I have T7 and then 100, which is just the pure black. And I might bring the blender out to lighten some areas. Otherwise, I'll just kind of leave it as is. Kind of like that. Nothing too complicated. Okay, so we were talking about doing the center of the flowers yellow. And for that, I'm probably just going to do a flat yellow, and that is the Y08. Well, thank you for stopping in, May. And thank you very much. I'm having lots of fun coloring it. You have a wonderful week. I'll probably be stalking you at some point. It's pretty much a guarantee. Let's see, yellow. Maybe I'll add a little bit of a shadow in there. Not much, because I want the yellow to still be really, really vibrant. Just give it a little bit of depth. And I just grabbed the warm grays and added on top. Kind of added a little bit of green in there, which is okay. Okay. We are now going to enter the realm that terrifies me the most. That is coloring the background. So I have a couple of blues pulled for this. And I'll probably start at the dark and go light as I go up. I think that's how I want to do it. I'm gonna lay it down like that, and I'm hoping I don't totally ruin this picture because I really love how it looks right now. So right now I have a B06, a B04, and a B02. I'm just going right down the line. I'm not doing anything too complicated. We'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. Okay. Now I'm probably going to be tilting this paper all over the place just so I can get some good angles on this. And I want to make sure that I don't go over into something I shouldn't. So I'm going to try and be very, very, very careful. Go back to this side. Smooth that out a little bit. Might pull that up higher. Okay. Sorry for going quiet on you, but this is making me a little nervous. Making sure I actually get a decent blend between these colors. It shouldn't be too hard since they're all within a line of each other. The real question is, should I bring dark from the bottom up and then have a light strip in the middle? Changing plans mid-color, always a little dangerous. Oops, that's exactly what I didn't want to do, is get some of that blue on that nice light cat. Dang it, okay. Let's see if we can blend that out a little bit. Okay. Might turn this picture upside down for a quick second. Just so I can get a better angle of doing this. Oh, I can't decide. Do I want to take some, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I know I said I was gonna go dark to light and that was gonna be it, but sometimes midway through, plans change. So I'm also gonna do dark to light. Why, you ask? Well, because I can. I have been coloring for about, ooh, that was really dry, for about 2 years now. About 2 years ago, I got my first Kirby Rosan's book. And that's really what kicked it off for me. And that was before I even knew there was a coloring community. And then I stumbled into, oops, lost a grip of my paper. I stumbled into the coloring community and I just haven't ever stopped. and it's been great fun. I only started live streaming my coloring about a year ago though, which is a completely different experience, if I'm honest. And half the time, I'm just making things up. So I don't even know if this is the right way to do this. It's just the way I feel I can do it. Go back real quick and thicken it up a little bit. See if I can get rid of some of those strokes without accidentally coloring the side of a heart or a cat. And for most of the time that I have been coloring, I've been using markers. I started with markers. Colored pencils have always terrified the heck out of me, so I'm just now starting to learn how to use colored pencils. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm never going to use colored pencils. I'm always going to use markers. But then I started seeing how amazing some of the mixed pieces people were doing, where they did a marker base and colored pencils on top. I'm like, well, maybe I'll try that. Probably gonna have to clean up a couple spots. But that's fine. Okay. I agree. Colored pencils are a little more, well, depending on what colored pencils you get, can be a little nicer on the budget. I will not argue with that one. We're almost there. Almost. Don't work on blending it quite a bit. Like I said, this is one of the reasons why I'm not 100% comfortable doing backgrounds. Okay. I think I will just use the light. For the rest. And then call it good. No, nope, hold on. Before I do that, oops, just got that heart pretty good. There we go. Whoopsie, that was the wrong marker. Fudge on a stick. Okay, well, we will see if we can blend that one out, because, whoops. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to do some major cleaning up. Because I'm getting blue where I do not want to be getting blue. Don't you dare be drying up on me, marker. But that's the wonderful thing about using alcohol-based, is even if I accidentally get into a section that I did not mean to get into, I'll fix that in just a second. I will, or you can totally fix it. And all will be well. Yeah, I think I'm getting a little dry with this marker. This is the Robin's Egg Blue. I believe I have a refill of this one. Not 100% sure, so I might have to look for that after I'm done here. It's definitely a well-used color of mine. I want to blend this out a little bit more. See if I can go back here and blend out this. We are in the home stretch, guys. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you. Totally just missed you coming in. And I totally understand. Oh, dang it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I can get some of the blending on this, and I might turn it back around and maybe it'll look a little different that direction. Not nearly as annoying. I don't dislike it. There's definitely spots I need to fix real quick because I'm a spaz. Okay, I'm gonna fix her spots first. Okay, do I have the lighter? Because I definitely accidentally started coloring her blue, and I don't want that. Let me get the darker. Got a little over here as well. But a little bit of patience. You can always fix those. And there you go. The real question is, did I get it anywhere else? Okay, that's where I noticed it, but I've also got some of the heart that needs to be fixed a little bit. So I will bring that in. This isn't from a book, Elizabeth. It's actually from Baylee J drew it, and she's got it up on her website. And I just downloaded it and printed it off to color. She created it for Valentine's Day. Let's see. If I got that one pretty good. Whoops. It was one of those things, I was watching her color it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do this picture. Not a touch. There we go, see? Now it's like the blue never even touched it. I don't dislike it. I have so many markers over here right now, it's a mess. I am going to touch it with a little bit of Posca, and then we will be done. Let's see, that is not the Posca I wanted. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Goodness gracious. And a little bit of a to his eyeballs. And then I want to add to all of these hearts. See if I can. Did not do that in a fashion that would make sense for not getting it on me. Okay, I was going to bump, 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 bump. A little bit to the flowers. And there you go. That is, let's see if I can center that a little bit more. Maybe. It's like I'm trying to watch the screen and move it at the same time. I'm like, I don't want to over move it. But there we go. That is the final image. I don't think I'm going to do the border. I think I'm going to leave it as it is because I kind of like it. That is, we've been at this for over an hour and a half. I think it turned out great. I love it to death. Yeah, I'm probably going to frame it and hang it up because I like it so much because it's just a thing that happens. So thank you guys for coming and joining the live stream today. Let me know how you think it compares to the model that I based all of this off of. Yeah. And then I hope I will see you guys all again next Sunday at 11 Central. I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.